raise money, spend none, get to your goals, bring in the media guys at the end, capture the opponent on record so we can use it against him when we can, and husband our money to the last second and then spend it all and try and good polling, and then when you figure out of the 100% who are the 5% we got to get, and go get the 5%. And it's a strategy I understand, I just don't know how to do it. Give me the checkbook, please, sir, when you get a moment. Fine part of my job. We're 180 days out. The campaign doesn't engage till at least 100 days from now. September 11, August 11, so July 1 to August 1, somewhere in there is when we begin the campaign season. And then it'll ramp up quickly from that. So that by October 1, we won the primary, now we're in full speed campaign time. But now, if I have a choice of giving a speech because I want to make people like me or go raise money, so we've got to raise money. So we've got to get to the $1.5 million or our voice is lost in the wilderness.
What my job is to make sure that Charlie's on the phone with people who really can give him $500 or more. And it's not that the people who can give less are unimportant, because they're very important, and we're going to raise a lot of money, a big chunk of our money, from several small contributions. The only thing is, in terms of how we approach him, Charlie's a limited resource, and we need to make sure we have him on the phone for some of our higher donors, and making sure that they get the attention that many of them desire from the candidate, so that some of the smaller donors will have a finance committee and people like that reaching out to those people, or maybe we'll be sending them a letter that can. Yeah, I work with Charlie to figure out what kinds of people are likely to give to him. The first people we look at are his personal friends and family. So we kind of go through the Charlie Stuart timeline. Every organization, every club, everything he's ever done in his life, we pick it apart and figure out, and we help him remember people that he doesn't even remember that he knew. So, for example, Charlie was on the national board for the YMCA, I think. So we're able to look at some of those other national board members. Many times they're people that do have, that are financially successful. And we research their federal giving history when it comes to politics.
I don't know, I'll tell you if, Greg, have you ever heard of Alan Grayson?
Name sounds familiar.
Now we have a second Democratic primary candidate opponent. Alan Grayson, we'll find out about him.
Is he a real...
That's the reporter from the Sentinel calling. Next time the reporter from the Sentinel calls, they'd like to not say, I've never heard of the guy who's now getting ready to run against me.
Alan Grayson is a Democratic lawyer from Florida. He's filed dozens of cases alleging fraud by American contractors during the Iraq War.
Do a Martindale on him, and then do a research on him about what he does for...
Want me to, or?
One of you guys.
I'll do it. I got nothing else to do right now. Nothing else really.
Now you highlighted the thing about he said he might get in the campaign. Where'd that come from?
The Wall Street Journal article.
So this guy was talking about it a month ago.
Correct.
Okay, would you send me this in
Sure.
a document so I can send it up to my guys in Washington to look at it? Please. Or email me that.
I don't know your email address. This should be helpful.
STU. We have a new guy in the race. He's a Democrat, a multi-millionaire, independently wealthy lawyer who has an axe. A guy named Alan Grayson. He has an axe to grind. He's making his current millions suing the government on contractor fraud relative to the war. No, it's not. No, it's not good news. It's just going to have to. It's going to make the game a lot harder in the primary world. And if he doesn't walk away, then we deal with that. That's our worst fear. This guy has $1 million, and he does what Harry Jacobs or Wayne Hogan did in 02 and 04. Very rich lawyers just wrote big checks.
But if he does stick around, it seems like he can only connect with the anti-war people.
The reality is,
Lawyers.
my name recognition is low, 20%. His is 0. If he has a blank checkbook, name recognition you buy. And if I have to outbuy him with the money I have, then I'm out of money when it comes time for the general.
Alan Grayson.
Alan Grayson, CNN reports that you just won $10 million.
Maria, I won it for the taxpayers. It was the largest single victory by a private citizen against war profiteers.
You're running for Congress to fight
Lobbyists, tax breaks for big oil, fraud, waste.
So what we need to do is do speed dialing duties.
What does that mean?
That means talk to at least 5 or 6 of them per hour. If we leave messages, leave quick messages, something's come up, need to talk to them.
Still using the something's come up with the company
Right.
message. And my fundamental odds, what I've been doing is doubling the amount they've given
Right.
as they ask.
Right.
So
And when you're
$500
talking to them, I wouldn't say, I see you've given 50. Can you give 200 now? I would just say, I'm asking one to see if you can give 150 now or 200.
Use a double of that,
Right.
the minimum of 100. What's the minimum one should use?
Minimum of 100, because we're going for an average of about 150 per.
Wow. Sure I can do this? Hello, Janine Walsh, please. Janine, hello, this is Charlie Stuart. Something's come up in our campaign, and I need to speak with you about it right away. So please, give me a call back as soon as you can at 407-843. Okay, does he have voicemail? Your human mail, great. My last name's spelled S-T-U-A-R-T. And something's come up in our campaign, so I need to speak with him right away. Yeah, God would be a pretty effective guy if he'd get you and me out of the way. Amen, brother. Jimmy, I called to ask a opinion and a favor from a friend. We'd love to have a list of the members of the church so I can make sure I haven't missed somebody in my outreach. Yucko. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. How are you up and around now? As much as your hip allows you? Mike, I call with my campaign hat on, asking you to add to your contribution level. We have a primary opponent that you may have seen or heard about that's spending up to $1 million against us, and we're just not going to let him take away the chance to buy his way on. He's not one of us. So we're needing to write large checks, and I was calling to see if I could get you to consider adding $500 to what y'all have already given.
You know, those hard prospecting calls, you gotta get that, you gotta weed them out.
You laugh like it's funny.
They're not the hard calls, they're the weeding out process.
Yeah.
And the proper way to do events that are fundraising events, especially when the pool of hosts are familiar with doing these, the bottom line is that you raise money. And so a significant majority of that pot of money has been arranged or even collected, or at least solidified before the fact.
Once he gets there, what will he be doing?
It's classic work the room, shake hands.
It's going to be an interesting race in the primary.
Somebody else just jumped in there, right?
Lawyer with money. You don't know and I don't know.
As we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the
Are you ready to go out and talk to your friends like Alex said? Those folks who say, oh, you know, I'm maybe a Republican, I'm an independent, and I vote for the best person. Are you ready to go out and tell folks that we've got the best people? We have the best people. They need your time, they need your talent, they need your treasure.
I think a couple of years from now.
I told him I don't like
So in my closet, there's this little wall where my shoe cubicle is.
Yeah.
This is where I put these when I take them off. Kind of a record every day of what I'm doing.
Wallpaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already, our band is actually playing a show tomorrow night, and we have to start preparing pretty early. That's why I couldn't.
Now you're in the, what, your band? What band is your band?
Me and my friends. Our name always changes.
So there you have it.
All right.
I'll figure it out, I hope. Thank you. Thanks for tonight.
Not a problem.
Appreciate it. Nice to see you.
None of my other friends called me, so you're all I had.
That's why we do this. Kids like that.
How'd it go?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
I don't never know what to expect at these things. I'm still trying to learn that.